Hello, BookTube, and back for another live this week. I'm not sure why, and I got a tear running down my cheek. My allergies are going crazy. My nose is running. My eyes are running.
Well, let's tell them the real reason, Sean. You know, I'm a bit teary as well after that wonderful musical performance you put in during in the green room. It was lovely.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it was. Seriously,
Aaron,
everybody, you might not know this, but Sean has a really amazing voice. He was singing along to country music, and I was really impressed. So I was telling him he should make a few musical videos. You could get
yeah.
Randy
Well,
Ray to play the guitar, and you could sing along. So there you go. I've got a couple of people here. Aaron's here, evening all, and evening Aaron, and Scott Danielson's here. Hello.
hi, Scott.
And Scott's even here to ask insider questions about the Chicago Cubs. Is this the right place? Well, it's funny you should say that. No.
Is that a new gang on the east side, or
I don't even know if they're baseball or football.
South side. Sorry, is
South
it a new
side.
gang on the south side?
Yeah, they are baseball. Are they all football? American football. Chicago Bears maybe is football, and Cubs are baseball.
No idea.
Yeah.
Oh, so the Bears are on the north side. They're the gang on the north side, and the Cubs are on the south side.
But it's kind of funny, that I guess it kind of if it is a baseball team, it makes it sound kind of junior to the football team, doesn't it? The fact that it's the Chicago Bears at football, the little Chicago Cubs as a baseball team, yay! And Aaron can corroborate what I said. Sean singing and back it up.
They
Absolutely.
both had mushrooms though, so don't believe them.
Well, I really liked it. I thought it was great. So, baseball. Bears are football. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Well, Faith's here. Hi, Faith. How are you?
Last I saw was some I think some whales in the distance. She was on a ship going up to the northern climes.
Really? How wonderful. To Alaska. How? What? Not yesterday, was she?
No, that was why yesterday? What happened yesterday?
Well, to catch up with Putin and Trump. Maybe she
that's right.
Got up there to put her 2 cents in, I think
that I last
book chat with Pat's got us wrong though. Hello, gentlemen. I'm not sure how she's got that idea, but hey ho. Hey Pat, good to see you. And Sean Mick is here. So, did you say Sean Mike? Sean Mike. I don't know. Sorry, apologies. Yeah, because I had a brief live yesterday on my own, and Sean Mick was there. Sean Mike probably was there as well. So, well, I couldn't see it. It was so hot.
Yeah, I just don't see these things. Like if somebody schedules a live, I don't see it. I only see it when it's happening if I open up the app. And I have to go to their page and look.
Well, I scheduled it, I think, literally like 5 minutes before I did it. And then I had a funny instance with my sound halfway through where I had about 5 minutes of sounding like I was trapped in a tin can or something. So then I just took the video down. I put it into unlisted and left it. So, because you know what would happen? Someone will come along and be like, watch up to that point and then leave a comment like, oh, your sound's gone bad. Yeah.
So, well, it is weird because I did a video and somebody said my sound was horrible. They could barely hear me. And I'm going, like I play it back, everything's fine. And it's like, I don't know. So it's not me, it's you,
No, I mean, in this instance, it was definitely me. I heard it when I played it back. But it was just so bizarre because, my microphone doesn't move. It's in the same place always. So I don't know what happened, but, it seemed to be resolved.
The fans on, I can understand it, but this wasn't.
A lot more comments, but it's just everybody chatting to each other. Bloody cheek, really.
Okay, we'll let them go at it and we'll just sing.
Yeah. Sean Mick's got a comment. I don't know why I say Sean Mike. I don't know why it bothers me there. I have a hard time catching a live chat. I usually end up just watching after. I got off work at noon today, so there we go. Scott says, I recently read The Briar Club.
Briar Club?
The Briar Club.
Don't know that.
I'm not sure either. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, obviously, we're not going to be talking too much about books, or at least not what we've read. I mean, we'll probably get around to talking about books at some point, but, you know. I have started the House by the Lake, which I know you won't be too impressed with, Sean, because it's it's an ebook. It was the winner of the 5 books that I put out there. So
okay.
The Briar Club, I'm guessing it's by Kate Quinn, and so
don't even know who that is. So sorry.
She plays for the Cubs, I think. Maybe, I'm not sure. So oh dear. So what have you been doing today?
Not much. I had a few things, some groceries delivered from Iceland. So
wow, that must have been expensive, getting them all the way from the Iceland to the northeast. Yeah. What was it, like puffins? And
you can actually, there is a club. What club is it that you can actually well, I don't know about puffins now, but it was something. It was a club that you'd be able to eat stuff like the penguins and sort of rare type things they would get and cook up. And
maybe it was the Briar Club.
What?
Maybe it was the Briar Club.
Yeah. Well, I know it was some club, and they did have puffins at one time, but I don't think you could do puffins now. I don't know if they're
endangered
species or not. I'm not sure.
Oh, I don't know why anyone would want to eat a penguin unless it's a chocolate one. So, yeah. What have we got here? We have Farah is here. Hi, everyone. Hi, Farah. Alex is here. Oh, sorry. Alex is here. Hi, Alex. Good to see you.
Hello.
Farah says, I think Kate Quinn wrote the Alice Network too, which was great espionage. I don't know what I read recently. Yeah, that's the one you read back in November, wasn't it? I think for Dr. November. Farah, if I remember rightly.
I'm hitting 100 here because or whatever the saying is, because I don't have a clue what any of those are. I've never heard of them.
I just remember Farah talking about it because we did a live or 2 lives on The Secret Agent, with Greg and Jim, I think. Helen's here. Hi, Sean. Hi, Mark. Hi, everyone. My first 2 comments haven't shown up, so third time lucky. Amy's here as well. Amy popped in yesterday, actually. Hey, Amy. Good to see you. Sean is the host. I'm just doing the comments because it's easier, in case you're thinking I'm taking over his channel.
Yeah, they keep changing the app, or not. It's not an app, but it changes it because it's a mobile site, I guess. And it looks totally different and does stupid things when you click on the comments to get them on the screen. So I'm tired of it.
Yeah, it's easier for me because I'm on the desktop. I have the mouse, and I just kind of can click away on it. So Farah says, yes, I read it during a wonderful reading event called Dr. November. Yes, it is a wonderful reading event. I don't know who the brains were behind it, but it's fantastic.
Is that where I have a noir colored mustache I grow in the month?
No, that was Dick Timber, wasn't it?
No, never mind.
Sorry, did I miss something? Go on.
Well, no, I said a noir colored mustache. Do I grow a noir colored mustache in whatever that's called?
Oh, Movember.
Yeah, so therefore, noir
November. Yeah, I get it. Oh god, it's terrible. I'm like you. I've got like just continual itchy eyes the last few days, and it's
like I've been sitting here, and there's like tears occasionally coming out of my eyes.
Yeah. So Oh, we have 13 people here. Don't be shy. Say hi. Give us something to talk about.
Well, here's something that's a bit weird.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if it's too weird.
Right.
Like, because I don't even know what day sort of it is,
Okay.
or
Saturday.
part of day at times, because I got the light on and I'm dozing at different times. So I'll wake up and I'll do something at like 3 a.m. and I have to look to see that it's 3 a.m. half time. But anyway, I sort of was dozing here and there was a knock on my door. This was
Right.
about a week or so ago. And I get up and it was somebody asking for someone named Siobhan.
Oh, yeah.
No, don't know anybody named Siobhan.
I can see where this is going.
What?
Well, your name is SHAWA.
Well, yeah. Well, that's the thing. But anyway, it's like I said no, so I went back down and I started I did watch this show called Orphan Black, and then all of a sudden the character shows up. The mother, her name is Siobhan.
Spooky.
But why the hell somebody at 10 after, between 12 midnight and 12:30 knocking on somebody's door asking if somebody's there?
So they were actually looking for a Siobhan. It wasn't that they
Apparently, I don't know. Yeah.
I thought they were misreading your name.
But if they did, why the hell are they there at 12 o'clock, at night, after midnight?
Oh, very bizarre. Very bizarre. Alex says, I missed Sean singing. Give us a song. Well, actually, it was a private performance before we went live. So, I think we'll just have to gently nudge him in order to do that. So, Jim's here. Hey, y'all. Sean Mike is asking, is everyone going so far? And Mick has read a book, is here. Hello, guten Abend, alles guten Abend, wie geht's dir, Mick? Alles gut, alles im grünen Bereich. So, there we go. Sorry.
I'll just look here, clueless, like I usually do.
Yeah. I realize that, Jim. I know Sean is spelled Cyberhan. But to some people, you might glance at Sean and think, Siobhan, and people are dyslexic or don't read properly. Sehr gut, danke. Excellent. Sounds like somebody got the wrong address for their date, Sean. Yeah, it could be actually. Yeah, maybe they were turning up to take Siobhan out for a naughty midnight.
They could have taken me, depending on where they were going. If it was a good
could have wheeled you around.
Music, right. I would have went.
Faith says, sorry, couldn't respond earlier. I'm driving my car home from the shop. We saw so many whales on our trip to Alaska. It was trip of a lifetime. Yeah. Did you see any orange whales yesterday?
I think she was lucky enough to be back by then, I think.
I used some Irish. No, I never remember. Is it Gaelic? Gaelic is in Scotland, isn't it? Yeah, Gaelic, to introduce the video I put up today. Yeah, I don't know any Irish Gaelic, really. Sounds amazing, Faith. Yeah. Amazing grace. Amazing faith. Yeah. You never been to Alaska, have you, Sean?
No,
me
never
neither.
been to DC. The furthest west I ever got was Oklahoma City.
Oklahoma City.
In sort of North America, but sort of down and across.
So you met some Okies, or whatever they call them. But I heard today. Sorry?
Went for a book sale.
I heard today a good friend told me that to call them Okies is actually a bit derogative. It comes from the whole Dust Bowl Great Depression thing. So, charming. What about Canuck? Is it offensive or is it something you were happy to embrace?
Doesn't matter to me, but I'm sure to some it would. Amy would probably be more up on that than I am.
And do you know where it comes from?
Canadian, I guess. Yeah, Canuck.
Mhm.
I don't know. I
Canuck. They
don't
call
know.
them Canucks, don't they, in the hockey team? Like the Canadian Canucks or something, isn't it? Or the...
There is something about that. Yeah. Again, Amy would know. I know nothing about sports. I was mentioning about things because when I watched this Orphan Black, they had a commercial for Sky or something, and they were saying this is what they said.
Yeah.
From 120 or something like that games to a minimum or to a minimum 255, and I'm going,
Yeah.
that makes no fucking sense.
I don't know.
Yeah, the Vancouver Canucks. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Faith says, I read Alaska by Michener, good in part, but mostly a slog. So you read it while you were traveling. That's cool. Canuck is fine. Vancouver Canucks, yeah. Oh, Sean Mick lives in Oklahoma. So is Okie an offensive term? Or is it just, one of those names?
There's a shawndstandfast in Oklahoma that lived, I think, in Oklahoma City, and went to high school and did a bunch of swimming, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
Spelled the same way as mine. So,
but no D, right?
as far I don't know the middle initial, no. But that's why I did it, because I don't think there's anybody else with a middle initial D. So
Sean Dwayne Standfast.
No, it's not.
I know what it is. Don't worry, I remember. Just as a bit of fun to add something different in there. Sean Standfast. That would be good, wouldn't it? Helen, talking about mysteries. Did you find out who sent you that gift, Sean?
The city?
Probably.
No, I don't know. Still don't know. But I do know who sent me the Africa set, because they contacted me before sending it. So.
No, it's not offensive. So there we go. Well, that's all right then. Yeah, Sean Daisy Standfast. That would be a good one. Yeah.
And I'm wearing my Daisy Dukes as well.
Oh dear, where are we? I read a book set in Alaska last month, Under a Black Sky by Inga Wolf, Danish noir. Alaska is very volcanic. And Scott liked The Source by Michener. What others are good?
Yeah, Source I like. I like Covenant. South Africa. Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah.
Centennial I liked. I haven't read. I've read one more than Centennial. I'm not sure which one now.
Hawaii?
No, I haven't read Hawaii. I've read one more. I can't remember what it was, which it was.
What did Delaware? Idaho, Alaska. Not sure I got that. If I missed something.
Well, what did Delaware? I don't know what she wore.
I don't know. I'll ask her. I got it. Yeah, there you go. Idaho. I'll ask her. Alaska. Very good. Very good, Jim. I like things like that. Sean Dandy Standfast. Sean Debonair Standfast. Under Black Sky by Inga Wolf. Danish noir looks good. Was it a decent read? That's a question there to Jim. Jim Ladd. Around the World in 80 Days by Jules Verne. I read on holiday. Great book. Love the twist at the end. Now, this holiday, were you traveling around the world in 80 days while you were reading it? So, funny thing is, it could take you an afternoon to read it. So it wouldn't be much good on actually taking with you on a holiday for 80 days, would it? So, someone read that recently for the first time. I think I saw it on a video. I quite enjoyed it. So she wore a brand new jersey. There we go.
Well, there's that song that somebody did in the 50s, and it's been redone, variations of it, and it's going through all the states' names, but it's what did Delaware, and it's like it's all the song. every line of the song is like that kind of thing. And I can't remember who did it, but
my question answered. It was Farah who just recently read it, I guess. It was good, Mick, but The Perfect Place to Die, also by Inga Wolf, was better. Set in Japan in the suicide forest of Aokigahara. The suicide forest. Yeah, I've heard about that. Where people go to kill themselves. Probably guessed it from the name, but apparently it took Farah about 80 days to read it. It was a slow start for you. Yeah, but I think you enjoyed it in the end, didn't you? It's a good book, Around the World in 80 Days. It's good fun. So, gosh, I keep fogging up. It's ridiculous. I'm getting really tired of this. It was getting better today because we had a thunderstorm, but it seems to be humidity up now again. But I think tomorrow we're supposed to have lower temperatures, which would be nice. So
yesterday it was like 28, 29, but it's down lower today, but it doesn't change much inside.
I was going to say, because you look like you've got a vest on, have you?
No, it's a t-shirt that's two-tone. It's a two-tone.
Oh, okay. So it's built in. Okay, that's right. Because of the blimey. Yeah. So, yeah. He's a weird one, Vern, isn't he? Because, you know, he has so much out there, and there's either really poor translations or not a lot has actually been translated into English, has it really?
Yeah. And not well translated, because when they did translate stuff in the 1900s, if he said anything disparaging about the British Empire, they switched it to be good stuff.
Well, that's a sensible policy. I mean, what could you say negative about the British Empire anyway? I mean, come on.
Everything.
Not everything. In fact, actually, I think, you know, I'm not a huge imperialist, of course, and I do understand the empire did do a lot of bad things, but it also did good things. And one case in point is actually very well shown in Around the World in 80 Days.
I don't remember.
The whole SETI thing, yeah, where they pick up that princess who's about to be burned alive in the Suti or SETI, I can't remember the name of it, where the Hindus used to burn the widows alive on the funeral pyre of their husbands. Now, I would say, whatever you think about things and preserving other people's cultures, I would say that being stopped must be in the positive column, surely. I would hope, at least. But, you know, this is your channel as well, isn't it? So it doesn't matter if people dislike it now. So yeah, so there is a book tag going around that I think is interesting. I don't know if you've been tagged in it, but it's actually looking at your old videos. And it's called, I don't know who started it. I think Book Chat with Pat tagged me in it. Still have to do it. It's called The Tops and Flops. I think that'd be quite a good one to do. That'd be a good one.
Gavin mentioned it. I haven't seen it. Watched one that Pat tagged me in. It's, what is it, 8 books that?
No, it's top 4. It's your top 5 videos views, and
I know, but I'm saying I haven't watched that one. There's one that Pat has a tag that she has tagged me in. And it's something to do with 8 books that have changed your life or something like that.
Okay.
And then there's another one that sounds interesting. I did watch it because it's the philosophy of books or something. I don't know.
Philosophy of reading, I think, is it, or something like that? Yeah, it's too tough for me. I'm not sure what my philosophy is. I don't know if I have one. I don't think I think too deeply on it. But it took Alex the whole holiday to read it. And Alex reckons they remember what Sean's middle name is. Interesting. 1840s Ireland were a dark episode in the British Empire. Ireland is the only country in Europe with a smaller population now than in 1840. Sean Mike says, if you had to choose just one, this is difficult, isn't it? Who would you say is your favorite author? Well, we all know Sean's favorite author.
No, you don't, because it depends on what genre and what you're talking about.
But if you had to choose only one, for anything, we know who it is.
And who would that be?
Well, now you've got me doubting myself that there could be 2 possibilities. If we were doing it by purely what we see from you in terms of maybe output, it would have to be Clifford D. Simak. However, I think Victor Hugo has a claim on you as well, probably.
Well, for the book, yeah, but see, the thing is, I don't think as highly of his other stuff. See, that's the thing, and I haven't read
Hugo.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't read everything his, and
Oh,
Balzac I really like, but I haven't read everything of
I
Balzac.
wasn't thinking about poets, but Alex is reckoning John Clare.
Yeah, well, for poet, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I guess, I mean, if I was answering on your behalf, I'd have to say Clifford D. Simak and City.
For a book.
Yeah, if you had to choose one, who would you say is your favorite author, and more specifically, which book by that author is your favorite? Is it fair? Clifford D. Simak, City?
For science fiction, yes, but it's not the best. It's not the best one. I also like Hyperion, so
Dan Simmons. I guess that's why it's really hard, isn't it? But it says you have to choose only one.
I choose not to.
All right, then.
It's like your question of which book out of A, B, C, D, or E. I created a new one.
You did. You just have to do that.
I was hoping other people would like it more times than the others.
And choose F. That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah. The one I tagged Sean on recently was something about memories sparked by 8 books.
Yeah, I got 4. I can't. I'm trying to think of 4 more that actually work.
Is it? It's kind of funny though, isn't it, that you're Shawn D. Standfast and one of your favorite authors is Clifford D. Simak.
Yeah.
Do you have the same middle name?
No.
No.
Donald.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Shawn Donald Standfast. That's right. Yeah. If you like Nordic noir, I definitely recommend Inga Wolf and her Danish detective Daniel Trokic. BookTube Tops and Flops was created by Heather at Heather Reads and Meg at Books Off the Beaten Path. In 1980, I read more pages by Clifford D. Simak than any other author. Now, have you got that written down, Jim, or you just remember? Book chat. Alan Rees has just done a video on John Clare for Poetry Thursday. Mr. Darwin, says Alex Day. I'm really getting into Becky Chambers as a new generation sci-fi author. It's Sean Dickens Standfast, isn't it? 8 Memories was created by Paul at the Excellent Bookseller. Sean Donald Standfast. Yeah, that's right. I was thinking Sean David. Cheers, Jim. Cheers, Jim. Inga Wolf. I'll make a mental note on a piece of paper. Right. Okay. So. Oh, hang on. 1980 was when I first started recording the books I read. 1980 was when I first took my breath of air. Sean Delilah Standfast. Sean Denise Standfast.
Dastardly.
Sean Dick Standfast. Sorry.
Would anybody name their child actually Dick?
Yeah, not even
I wonder
Richard.
if they do. What? No, but I mean, but it would be Richard, and then obviously it would be shortened. But has anybody actually? Chances are, because they probably didn't know Dick was short for Richard.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know if you'd get away with that today, though.
Oh.
Sean Dick Standfast, yeah. No, it doesn't have a good ring to it. Oh, dear. So what are you missing about reading? Is there anything you wish you were reading?
Well, lots of stuff. just it basically passes the time sort of nicely, and it's sort of like there's a, you probably remember, it was a 1990s comedy show with Graham Crowden and I forget her other name. It's called Waiting for God.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Have you been watching that? Have you?
no, it's just what I mean is it's like it kills time.
Oh right, yeah. Kills time. Yeah. Dick Diver is the main protagonist in Tender as the Night by Scott Fitzgerald. Dick Diver. There you go. It's a good name.
Good name for a porn actress,
There
maybe.
you go. Dick Diver. Yeah. Was it with you we talked about it, or was it with Randy? Somebody recently we did talk about stripper names or porn names. Was that with you?
I don't think so. I don't remember that.
Oh, I don't know who. Maybe it was a Jim and Alan and Co. and Greg. I can't remember what we were discussing. What is your porn name? It's the name of your first ever pet and your mother's maiden name.
Well, the first name would work, Shandy.
Shandy.
But with an I.
Yeah, it would have to be.
Because it's from a Kiss song. I named the cat Shandy.
All right. I've never read a Simac. What is a good Simac book you would recommend I start with?
Well, City or Way Station, I would say.
City or Way Station. There you go. Faith is back again. Okay, I'm back home. I think I like my history straight up. I appreciated Mitchell's attention to detail in the history portion, but I thought the fictional stuff was just awful. Blimey. Identity theft questions. Yeah, are they? Oh, yeah, I suppose, yeah, your mother's maiden name and all that stuff. Yeah. Hello from Reginald Novak. And I started with Way Station and recently reread it. Your porn star first name is the name of your childhood pet and the last name of the street you grew up in. I'm pretty sure it was mother's maiden name, but I don't know. Maybe these things change over the years. So what was the name of the street you grew up in then? So we can have Shandy.
There was no street. It was like a number of a side road.
Oh, right. So it'd be like Shandy Route 7721 or something.
Or road whatever, road 12 or something like that. It would have been
Shandy Road. Shandy Road. You could just leave it like that. It sounds a good one. Porn star name, stripper name. Hey, I'm Shandy Road. Shandy D Road.
Middle name Gravel.
Yeah. Oh dear. Yeah. Oh, that's funny. Yeah. So you mentioned watching this Orphan Black and you enjoyed it? You're enjoying it? You finished it or you're still watching it?
Sorry, what?
You finished it or you're still watching it?
I finished watching it. I started they did a spin-off series, or at least one season of it. It was done, I guess, in the early teens. And I know everybody was watching and saying how great it was, and it was like it's not well written, because it seems like they probably started writing it and thinking, oh shit, we're going for another season. What are we gonna do? Oh, we'll staple this on and go to something else. And they kept doing that year after year. But the woman that was playing the main characters, she played like, different versions of herself. And she did actually quite well, because they were definitely distinct characters. So I thought she did well doing that.
We have Scott's one, Kitty Sahara, and Farah's one is Samantha North. Samantha North. That could work. What would mine be? Whiskey St. Mary's. That'd be all right. Whiskey St. Mary's. That's a good one, Scott. Yeah. Aaron's got a good one. Muttley Longboat. Muttley Longboat, blimey. It's hard for me to choose one because, I've lived around a bit and stuff. So I just went with one road. We lived on a bit in Bermuda, but I guess in England, it could be Whiskey Foxdown. Don't know if that works. Whiskey Foxdown or Whiskey St. Mary's. Yeah. Would work. So, yeah. Sorry, I was just remembering when I asked my dad that question, and it ended up not backfiring, but because I was like, "What was the name of your first pet, Dad?" He's like, "Oh, we didn't have very good imagination, so we had 3 cats after each other, and it was Puss 1, Puss 2, and Puss 3." So it's like, it would be quite funny for that one.
Well,
Jim's got a good one.
I chose the first cat that I had myself.
Yeah.
I don't remember as a child. Well, Blue, I suppose, would be one. So I guess Blue would work as well.
Yeah, we had. I mean, there was a dog when I was born.
As long as your road that you didn't grow up on was not Ball Street or something.
Ball Street, yeah. Or Ramsbottom.
Yeah.
Something. Tigger Upton. That's a good one, Jin. That's a good one. Tigger Upton. Yeah. Oh dear. Yeah, it's funny. Some good ones there. Oh dear. So there you go. You got a name now for your OnlyFans.
Like, well, you need to give away all your like passport information to get onto OnlyFans now. So
yeah, as a viewer, you might not need to as a performer.
Oh yeah, well you'd have to as a performer probably as well.
Oh dear. What have we got? Helen says Claire Primrose would be mine. Middle name first street, as I've known it, or Hank Perez for pet, and I'm guessing she means something different there, not middle name, something else, maybe street name or mother's maiden name. I'm guessing there. That's a classy one. Yes, indeed it is. So, So you're looking forward to the end of summer and the coming of autumn?
Yeah, I think so, because it'll be cooler, but it'll be just wetter. That's the thing. But the wet doesn't bother me so much because I don't get out. So,
suppose. And are you just kind of seeing how it all goes, or do you have a kind of month in mind that you would like to kind of return to a bit of reading by?
That's whenever I can.
Yeah, so there's nothing you're trying to like aim towards that you don't want to miss out on.
No,
apart from Dr. November, of course.
I just can't read. That's the problem, and because they've keep screwing stuff up, like with the injections, the weight loss injections, I'm off the list. So who knows when that's going to happen?
That's just unbelievably ridiculous, isn't it?
And then like I'm still waiting to hear back from them. I called Friday. It's been a long day time on Friday, and all I get is a message saying that I need another fasting blood test on Monday for a referral, and I'm going, they've done about 6 of these already. I think it's because, and this has happened over and over, they do a cholesterol and it's normal. I'm overweight, so therefore it can't be. So they do another one. Oh, still there's a problem there. So they do another one.
Speaking of overweight, I started watching that Netflix documentary on the truth behind the show The Biggest Loser. I don't know if you've seen that. If you have Netflix.
No idea what the show is either. So
Biggest Loser, they got a lot of fat people in America and they put them in like a fat camp ranch thing, and they drive them really hard exercise wise, and obviously the idea is the biggest loser is the person who loses the most amount of weight each week and stuff. It was pretty incredible. I don't know I can't remember how many weeks it went for, but it was ridiculously difficult regime, and now there's been a load of kind of controversy and stuff behind it. So that's what this Netflix documentary looks at. Autumn, a little Lovecraft, a bit of Bradbury. That sounds good. Speaking of poetry, is anyone doing T.S. Eliot in August? I found Alec Guinness's recordings of his poetry, which I like better than Eliot reading himself. Well, that would be pretty good, wouldn't it, really?
Yeah.
I started watching an Alec Guinness film on YouTube. They had it on there, and it was a great cast. I'd not heard of it before. It's based off a Graham Greene book, Monsignor Quixote. And he plays a small village priest who's supposed to be the descendant of Don Quixote, and it has Ian Richardson in it. And
I think I might have seen that, but he's done quite a few Graham Greene one. He's done the one. What's the one in Cuba?
Our Man in Havana.
Yeah, that has like an early Audrey Hepburn's on there. She's got a thing.
Yeah, there's someone else was in it as well that I thought, oh, that's a good name to be in it. Leo McKern, that's right. So I guess Leo McKern is like his Sancho Panza. I didn't know the documentary was out. We'll have to find it. Yeah, I think it came out the other day. Sean Mike has a self-published poetry collection last year. Oh, that's nice. You feel free to drop the name. Smokey Gibbon. That's a good one, isn't it? Smokey Gibbon. Love it. It's a great film. Yeah, I need to finish it. I think there's a lot of actually quite good films popping up on YouTube these days. People are somehow getting around them. There was a film, I don't know if it's a film or miniseries of Kidnapped. Robert Louis Stevenson has like Michael Caine in it, but had also quite a really good support staff. Scott recently read The Power and the Glory by Graham Greene. I really liked it. Is that the one where he's a policeman in Africa? Is that the one? And he's debating whether to, struggling over the whole divorce his wife thing. Is that the one? I don't know.
Can't remember.
I like his stuff. I read.
What's the one that Ministry? Ministry.
Oh, it's The Priest in Mexico. Okay. What's the one when he's a policeman in West Africa? You said what about Ministry or what?
Yeah, what is it? Ministry of Fear? Is that what it's called? Or I can't remember.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, Rumpole.
Oh, it's going to drive me crazy.
Yeah, but he's also who is number one. He's from Neil McKern was in the chair of The Prisoner.
The Heart of the Matter. That's the one.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Heart of the Matter is the one about what's it? Because Greene was another convert to Catholicism, wasn't he? Along with like Chesterton and people like that.
I think so. Yeah. Evelyn Waugh, I think.
Leo McKern, of course. It's Garb August. I'm reading a Harold Robbins novel. It is really trashy, but sold in incredible numbers back in the 70s. I know the name Harold Robbins, but
yeah, just pot boiler stuff and not well written to begin with.
Why are they called pot boilers, Sean? Do you know?
I don't know. I guess it's just they just throw everything in there, and it just having the characters boil, like you just conflict and just without much happening. I think there might be a better thing, but I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, you could use your stripper name as your pen name, couldn't you? On your next novel. That would work. If you wanted to be anonymous. So I'm thinking, yeah, if I'd pick up a book written by Smokey Gibbon, I think I probably would. Sounds like something that someone for Garb August, so that something be written for Garb August, they probably wouldn't it? So, Dreams Die First loosely mirrors the rise of Hugh Hefner. Lots of sex and drugs. Oh, nice. Popboy, a quickly written book, probably meant to sell quickly. Yeah, I don't know. So sure. I don't know if we really say it much in England, do we? Potboiler? Don't know. Doesn't sound
just all trashy sort of stuff. But then some of that stuff, like normally you would think Peyton Place would be sort of a pot boiler type thing, a book, and it's usually a top seller, but it's actually well written. That's the thing. It's like the story isn't great, but it's a well written book. Like the author knows how to write, but Harold Robbins didn't know how to write. I don't think.
Oh, bless. Sorry. Where can I find your novel, Sean? Because I said when you write your newest novel.
It's not a novel. It was a poetry collection, now out of print.
Dark Passages, Moments in Transition. Right. Yeah, I've got my copy. It's probably worth something now. So.
Well, it's rare. That's for sure.
It's a rare book. Yeah.
But rare doesn't mean worth a lot of money. That's the only problem.
Well, I think you should put it. Just republish. Are you legally allowed to just republish it yourself?
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
So you could just go into self-publishing if you really wanted to.
Yeah.
I know your thoughts on it generally.
Yeah,
so.
but it didn't sell to begin with, so.
Yeah, but it doesn't cost you anything. Okay, you have to share, of course, the royalties with like Amazon if you do it that way and print on demand. But I see it as just passive income. I mean, you never know. I mean, ridiculously, I do get like $2 a month, almost every month without fail. Sometimes it's a bit more. Sometimes it's maybe 80 cents through my publishing house. So it's not. I mean, I'm not retiring anytime soon, but I am getting a little bit of income from it. So it adds up over the course of the years.
I just need the proper cover and stuff because I can't use the artwork.
Well, we could find someone to do that. Maybe Jim would do it for you. We could ask him. That'd be kind of cool. I bet he could come up with something really cool for that, actually. So, yeah. If you didn't get me, there's one book that was published by a publishing company called Dark Passages, Moments in Transition by shawndstandfast, which is a collection of his wonderful poetry. Faith says, I love The Power and the Glory, love everything by Graham Greene. Speaking of Catholics, actually, which is something that I was quite surprised at, is this kind of weird, I don't know if it's a resurgence or rise in so-called Catholic nationalism in the United States. Have you heard about this? Sean?
Me? No.
Yeah. No, it seems these kind of right-wing, because I always associated the right in the US with a lot of the evangelicals and Protestants and stuff, but there is this kind of rise in Catholic nationalism among the right over there, which has been quite interesting to me. I did watch a wee documentary on it the other day. Harold Robbins sold over 750 million copies in 32 languages. J.K. Rowling, by comparison, has sold around 600 million books. Well, there you go. Good for him. Me too, Scott says, at least so far. I've read that one, Monsignor Quixote, and The End of the Affair. I've read quite a lot of Green myself. In fact, I have made the unilateral decision without contact. I haven't even told any prospective co-hosts yet for Dr. November, but I have decided the group read is going to be The Quiet American by Graham Greene. So
Yeah, that's a good
you
one.
heard it here first. You heard it here first, everybody.
Ministry of Fear could be a good one too.
Ministry of Fear. Well, yeah. I mean,
Is
to
it
be
called
fair,
Ministry of Fear? I can't remember now.
I don't know. I don't know
Good.
that one because I was tossing up between The Third Man and that one, but I think I
Yeah, but The
will.
Third Man isn't an actual novel because it was written as a treatment for the screen.
Oh, was
It's
it?
been
Oh, I didn't
published, yeah, but it's not a novel per se.
know. Yeah, but it's also a good film. The newer Quiet American I thought was a good film. Steve Donahue poo-poos it and thinks I'm
I
wrong.
didn't know there was a new one.
Well, I knew. I mean, it was done in 2000s, like
Yeah,
early-ish
that
2000s. But
didn't
it was
know.
pretty good. It had, I mean, maybe not immediately come to mind as two wonderful actors for that, but it was
I gotta see if my
what's his name?
thing is Ministry of Fear.
Michael Caine and Brendan Fraser, actually, but they were both really good in it. I've read a lot of Green, but not everything. Haven't read Monsignor Quixote. I have to watch that film. I love Alec Guinness. I read his memoir. Yeah, it's brilliant.
Yeah, Ministry of Fear. At least
Uh-huh.
that's the name of the film with Ray Milland. It's a fabulous film,
Uh-huh.
and is the name of the book the same? Yeah, Ministry of Fear. That one's really, really good.
Okay. Uh-huh. Well, the good thing with Quiet American is very short. It's under 200 pages, so I could probably do both.
Yeah,
So.
that is, yeah. And the film's directed by Fritz Lang. So.
Oh wow. Uh-huh. So it's an early Green.
Yeah, well, the film was 44. I don't know when the book was. Somewhere probably around the early 40s.
Yeah. I grew up Catholic. I've noticed some booktubers making Catholic lifestyle videos where they seem stricter than it was when I grew up. Aaron says, "Was that Catholic nationalism documentary about Nick Fuentes?" I don't know. Can't remember I don't think it was specifically about him, but he was certainly mentioned in it. I think, yeah, because I'm confusing two things. There's some documentary I saw on YouTube about it, and then that link to this. And Aaron, you probably know it. I think it's called Surrounded, where they got like 20 hard right wingers in America to debate with what they call a progressive, that Mehdi Hassan. And that was kind of interesting, a bit weird. Farah says mostly Catholic stay-at-home moms talking about how they are raising their kids. School put me off Graham Greene and a lot of other writers. We had to read Brighton Rock. I probably like it now, but hated it at the time.
No, I think that's probably the first book I read of his, and it's a fabulous film with Dickie Attenborough.
Definitely. What Catholic booktubers? Come on, Farah. Which ones? Be specific. Faye says, I am a Catholic booktuber. I'm Catholic and a booktuber, and sometimes it overlaps, but my channel isn't really. But my channel isn't really more general reading, or maybe it is really more general reading. Yeah, yeah. I think that's. I mean, I think there are a few Catholic booktubers around. Yeah, there you go, definitely. And maybe even a couple of Catholic booktubers in this chat. But I think it's as Faith says. I mean, they certainly read other things. That was a Jubilee channel I asked about Fuentes because I'm a mutual with a number of American Catholic right wingers, and he's not well liked by any of them. A mutual. I don't know what you mean by that. You mean you're in touch with them, or What? Or their mutual belief? Or are you a Catholic as well? Is that what you're saying? I don't know. Scott's a Catholic. Yes. Yeah, you have that wonderful podcast, actually, which I certainly tune into or have tuned into from time to time. Tim has been baptized 3 times, most recently into the Georgian Orthodox Church, right? So, well, it's not me, Farah. It's Faith asking. I was just reading out her comment. But there were a lot. Well, I mean, you can't be accused of being a Catholic booktuber, can you, Sean? Probably the very irreligious one.
Yeah. Like basically, if you want somebody to be, well, I mean, on YouTube, there is every sect that's probably represented there. Every niche of everything, there's somebody that's going to represent it. So having Catholic booktubers and just talk about Catholicism is not surprising to me. There's going to be ones that are going to do that about Protestantism, Southern Baptist. I'm sure there's probably, just everything. I think there's something for everybody. And sometimes a few get big and then everybody else seems to know about what they're doing. Like I never knew that there was something about pipe smokers. There's a whole pipe tube or something it's called. Well,
yeah.
pipe smoking,
Yeah.
So it's everything. It's everything.
Yeah. My favorite is LubeTube. These people who review different. Sorry,
well, I'm sure there are. I'm sure there is.
I'm obviously not a Catholic booktuber, as you can probably imagine from that, but it's the same thing as me saying, as Faith said it perfectly, she's Catholic and a booktuber, but not necessarily a Catholic booktuber. In the same way, I'm an atheist and a booktuber, and Sean is a pagan worshipping Simak idolizing person and also a booktuber. They don't overlap at all, do they? But I think it's nice because it often doesn't really matter, does it, to us what people are and how they go about it. So
well, that's the thing. It's like people do, like I have done stuff. I'm into silent film, and I've done stuff about silent film in the past. It's the same thing. People will do whatever they're interested in. It's fine, and if you don't like it, you don't watch. And if you like it, you watch.
I think if there's any latent Catholicism within me, then it would come out probably more in music and classical music and choral music that I like. But because I was actually thinking today, because I don't know how strict they are on hymns, like whether you would ever hear a hymn written by a Protestant in a Catholic church in America, for example. Like, take Amazing Grace, right? Because obviously I came across it recently reading this book on slavery, and the author was a slave trader. Obviously he wrote it after he'd finished slave trading, but it's such a big hymn that's sung in gospel choirs, and ironically, of course, a lot of black churches, I think in America, you always hear the black gospel singing Amazing Grace and all these things. And then it occurred to me, I was thinking, well, that probably would never be sung in a Catholic church, would it? Because it's written by a Protestant. So there are a few comments. Faces,
well, I have Catholic tastes, which nobody probably uses that term anymore.
It depends what those tastes are.
Well, it just means
universal,
a wide variety of tastes, or a wide variety of interests.
Well, because the Anglican Church, I think, in the Church of England, does refer to itself as a Catholic church. That's why we differentiate often by calling, faiths. Just sorry to use an example, Faith and Scott, their type of Catholic is being Roman Catholic, because I think Catholic does mean ultimately universal, or as you said, all-encompassing. variety of tastes. So, but actually, it just occurred to me, of course, Alec Guinness was also another one of these converts to Catholicism. So, you know, he's in that group with the likes of
Louise
Graham Greene.
Brooks tried a lot. She tried, but she never could you know, keep the I guess the strictures or whatever. She couldn't fully become Catholic. I don't think. She tried on many occasions. She liked her gin a little too much, I think, near the end.
I bet Georgian Orthodox liturgies are glorious. What was the name of the documentary that you watched? I really can't remember, Matt. I'm sorry. I'll have to look back on my YouTube history. It was just one of these YouTube documentaries. I don't think it was a documentary that was uploaded to YouTube from like an official source, but maybe just some person investigating it. Actually, Matt, your name looks almost religious there, doesn't it? Matt.3371, like you know, chapter 3, verse 71. You can have Catholic tastes. They were channels specifically devoted to Catholic family life, and a lot of people in the comments are talking about wanting to convert to the Catholic religion. Nice one, Jim. LOL, Catholic with Catholic tastes. Lube tube, what the fudge? I think Catholics who are YouTubers are probably pretty extra about it. The problem is when people try to impose their beliefs on others. Indeed, I have never heard about Catholic nationalism, but people are so weird here. Yeah, actually, there's one guy in this debate that Aaron saw and I saw this. He was going on and on about Franco and saying what a glorious person he was because, you know, he was the ultimate kind of Catholic nationalist. And I think that's one of those interesting things is, you know, I remember at university we were debating the fact whether General Franco was a fascist or an extreme ultra Catholic nationalist, which is a bit weird. My head is
weird here. Like I just saw something and I think it's actually true because there's a whole YouTube thing about furries as well. People think they're animals, and this one guy calls he's a wolf or something like this. So he goes out to try into a wolf pack, gives them like ground meat and stuff like this, thinking that, you know, and he got attacked obviously, and he was saying he probably won't do it again because he says he didn't think that the wolves were into the furry play.
My head is safely buried in the sand. I agree with you, Faith. That's a term I heard for the first time a couple of weeks ago. Catholic taste, I think, maybe is the term, if I'm not
or Catholic
mistaken.
nationalism.
Or Catholic nationalism. It's true, actually.
I've not heard that until now.
Maybe the rise in interest has to do with the success of the show The Chosen and Jonathan Romey's social media presence and people getting more into it or being inspired to learn more about it. Well, actually, The News Agents, which is a podcast in Britain, I think in the last couple of weeks, did an episode on the rise in the young turning towards religion again and turning towards God, which I found quite interesting. Georgian services are famous for polyphonic singing. Interesting. Technically, Anglican vicars can refuse to play Jerusalem in their churches as it isn't actually a hymn. True, it's a poem set to music. I am the only Catholic who could not get into The Chosen. Catholic and Catholic, I guess. Exactly right.
What's The Chosen?
Farah just mentioned it. It's a show on TV. The Chosen.
I never heard of it.
So please let us know what is the TV show The Chosen here in the comments. My church job is teaching adults who are interested in the faith. Most say they were influenced by Father Mike Schmitz, Bishop Barron. Most Georgians have no idea about what Protestants are or believe. They are surprised when I tell them the US has had two Catholic presidents, Kennedy and Biden. Yeah, that's correct. And the others were, of course, some form of Protestant. My sister is a Byzantine Catholic. Men's choir chanting in Slavic is so beautiful. Yeah, well, I live in one of the most atheist countries in the world, so but I'm next door to one of the most Catholic countries in the world, which is bizarre. But
because Eastern Orthodox is basically Catholicism, isn't it?
No, I don't think so. I think Eastern Orthodox is predates.
Yeah, well, well, it doesn't predate Catholicism, but it's when they split. When the split was.
Well, yeah, you have the split, but of course you have to remember that the Orthodox, the way I look at it, like I'm not an expert at all. I'm just going by the fact I think of Eastern Orthodox as being Byzantine, and I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not enough. But as Jim says, Georgia and Armenia were the first Christian countries. Well, there you go. So the Orthodox there, definitely, I'm guessing. Aaron says, when it comes to Franco, I've always regarded him as a throne and altar Latin conservative instead of a fascist. Well, I agree with you there. I don't think, his fascistic tendencies, but the whole religious thing kind of throws it off a bit, really. Although, of course, he did kill priests who were considered to be too liberal, but generally not. Orthodox Church doesn't have a pope. No, it has a patriarch. Is that right? A patriarch or a cosmopolitan or something like this? Yeah. So it's very interesting, actually. Maybe Faith and Scott can explain to me. Actually, I had this question. I watched the film Conclave, based on the book by Robert Harris, which I enjoyed the book. The film was very good as well, but they have the conclave for choosing the new pope, and they have in there some cardinals who look distinctly Orthodox or Eastern, and I wondered if they somehow come under like some form of Coptic or something that's still linked, because I don't know if the Coptic Christians are linked to the Catholic Church or not. But it was very interesting because they wouldn't have been, of course, Orthodox bishops at the Pope's conclave. So I just wondered what they might have been, if anyone else has seen that. Georgian Orthodox Church is led by Ilya II. Other Orthodox churches will have their own national leaders: Greek, Russian, and Ukrainian. Yeah, of course, I remember the whole Russian-Ukrainian thing when the war started over the Orthodox Church. Doesn't the Orthodox Church have patriarchs or a patriarch? Yeah, I guess based on different national. But I would imagine, even if they have different patriarchs, probably the patriarch of Istanbul or Constantinople must be one of the, senior ones, probably.
Yeah, when I was just on an aside, when I was in Egypt in 1992, I guess it was. Like most people that I met there, Egyptians that were not, just everyday Egyptians, like they're convinced I'm Christian, Coptic. So it's like, it's either you're Islam or Coptic, and it's like, no, I'm neither, and they just couldn't understand that, and because yes, traditionally, like grew up in a Christian country, Canada, but I've never been baptized. I've been to church, but I've never been baptized. So
no, me neither.
Yeah, so I'm not. I would never call myself Christian in any shape or form, because it would be wrong for me to say that.
I think I've always, when I was younger, I would have looked at myself as Christian in the sense of just my cultural background, or Protestant, Church of England, basically just by default, I suppose. But I had faith, I suppose, for a few years in my mid to late. Well, I didn't disbelieve Adam and Eve and the Bible and stuff when I was a kid, because I was a kid, and I don't know, I just took it as something that probably was true, and we had church in school and things like that. And then I kind of took religion a bit more seriously from like the age of 14, well, 15, 16, 17, something like that. and then I didn't. So, but one thing I always laughed at, and I don't know if he was probably dead by the time he came to England, but when I was a kid and teenager and whatever, they had this guy, Basil Hume, I think his name was. Do you know Basil Hume? He was I'm guessing he was a cardinal, probably. Cardinal Basil Hume, yeah. And he was he just had a great title because he'd always come on the news, and usually it would be something to do with, I don't know, maybe the troubles in Ireland and stuff. And it'd be Cardinal Basil Hume, and then underneath it would say Primate of all Ireland. I mean, I'm guessing it's his church title, but obviously Primate makes you think like, yeah, Primate of all Ireland. I really didn't expect to have this kind of theological discussion today, but it's interesting.
I've got to move around because I'm getting sore.
Getting swamp ass.
Oh, yeah.
Those Eastern Cardinals are from the Eastern Catholic Churches, not Orthodox churches. Yeah, okay. I obviously I didn't expect them to be Orthodox, but that makes sense. Yes, we sing Protestant hymns as long as it doesn't go against Catholic teachings. When it comes to fascism and to a lesser extent Nazism, you find that people who are called those outside of Italy and Germany really only fitted the bill if German or Italian troops were present. Is there a top patriarch? We sing Amazing Grace. Farah says The Chosen is a TV show about the life of Jesus and his interactions with the people around him. It was fully crowdfunded. I think they're up to season 5 or so, with plans for 7 seasons, just fully crowdfunded. It's amazing. The ecumenical patriarch of Constantinople is regarded as the representative and spiritual leader of the Eastern Orthodox Christians worldwide. So that's very interesting, isn't it, of course, because he's based in a country which is now no longer Christian. Well, technically, I think it's supposed to not even be religious. Gavin's here. Hi, Gavin. Yeah. And then seems everybody's run out of steam on the religious front then. So there we go. But still, I do like the title Primate of all Ireland. So, how are you holding up? Call it a day?
I think soon, because I'm fading.
You're fading. I'm what's the word? Steaming up. So, all right. So I guess we'll finish off then, shall we?
Oh yeah,
you're the host, so I leave it up to you, even though I've been doing a lot of the talking. So, hang on. There's one. There's a few more here. Hang on. Mick wants to drag discussion back to film again. I stumbled across Confessions of an Opium Eater, 1962, starring Vincent Price. Do you know of it, Sean? Is it worth watching?
I don't remember it, but the book is fabulous by De Quincey. But I can't off the top of my head remember that version, if there was any other versions. Don't know. Sorry.
I was thinking it would be kind of a fun project to like have a Bible reading book club where you actively bring in all different types of people, not just the ones who believe it, but you could have your Catholics in there, maybe a couple of Muslims, some atheists, some, because it would lead to very interesting discussions. I think that'd be kind of fun. I keep because I really want to get through I do want to pick up and read properly my my Penguin King James's Bible, because it's all set out nicely. It's not just it's done as a book, like as proper prose, so it's easy to read. Jim's comment here: reading the Gospels, the character of Jesus in the Book of John is very different to Jesus in the other Gospels. Steve Donahue has videos about the Bible even as a non-believer. Well, Steve was there when it all happened, so I guess he knows a bit about it.
Well, I was actually at some of the places physically, so
I was going to say you look like the guy who held the Red Sea in half, don't you?
Yeah, but I've been to a few places that are mentioned in the Bible, so.
It's a shame you're not shawndstandfast, isn't it? Sean Moses.
Well, I think I'm going to have to say bye to everybody. I'm kind of fading and energies just dropped. But yeah, just will say, I guess, as I usually do, there's stuff in the comments if anybody feels like contributing. Feel free.
In the description, you mean?
In the description. See, this is I am fading so much. So okay, thanks everybody. Before I fall asleep here.
Take care, everybody. God bless you, or whichever God you believe in. Bless you.